Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm doing a live Ustream broadcast, so I will be taking you guys phone calls. Tonight we just found out the verdict for George Zimmerman during his trial for the killing of Trayvon Martin. He was found not guilty of all charges. And, you know, before they read this verdict, my heart was just racing. It was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, here it come, here it come. You think you're going to hear something good, and you end up hearing a verdict that you don't want to hear. I at least thought that they would find George Zimmerman guilty of manslaughter. I did not think they were going to find him guilty of second-degree murder, because we really don't know who started that fight, but we know how the fight started and we know how it ended, and I think that George Zimmerman should have been charged, but the jury did not see it that way. And you know, I was nervous about that. I was really nervous about that. You know, because you got 5 white jurors and you have 1 Hispanic juror, you don't have any African American jurors there. And it's not even just the facts. You need someone up there who can relate, or who can, you know, who can relate to what, you know, what's going on, what the charges are, and you know what happened, and profiling and everything. You know, it was just so much, you know, it was just, first of all, this trial for me, I feel like, I'm trying not to cry. You know, I watched this trial every day. I think maybe Friday, it was one of the days last week, I barely paid attention to the trial, and I was just happy, like, yes, you didn't let it get to you, but I was waking up early in the morning, waking up, watching the trial and watching all the commentaries, especially on HLN. Like, I was just watching everybody speak. But, you know, last week, I would say like the first weekend in July, you know, I kept watching all of these videos, and it really consumed me. It really consumed me. And I just was like, oh, I just had this eerie feeling that it's not going to go the way we wanted it to go. And it really happened. I know I said that on video. It was the video where we discussed the BET Awards. I just said, it's just not going to be right. It's not going to be the way we want it to go. And, you know, I don't want to blame the jurors, but, you know, I think it's because they don't understand where we come from, where we know how it feels to be profiled being a black man. You know, it's just crazy that people don't understand. Like, you could be black, have a successful job, drive a nice car, live in a nice neighborhood, and still be considered suspicious because the color of your skin. The color of your skin, because, you know, to them, they think that you are a criminal because the color of your skin, because you're black, because you're not white. So because you're black, you're not supposed to be in this neighborhood. You're supposed to be in jail, or you're supposed to be locked up somewhere. You're not supposed to have a motherfucking thing. George Zimmerman killed a child, and this bitch is smiling in the courtroom because he's found not guilty. He showed no remorse the whole fucking trial. He had no remorse at all. And you fucking smile after killing somebody, after being found not guilty? That's motherfucking bullshit. I'm just very angry, y'all. You know, my heart goes out to the Martin family. You know, I can only imagine because I don't ever want to feel the way Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin and the rest of the family are feeling right now. You know, I know they feel like they're going to beat George Zimmerman's ass. I know it was people in their family that wanted to just beat his motherfucking ass, you know? But every dog has his motherfucking day. You know, he might not get charged here, but he might see it somewhere down the line in the future. Or, you know, everybody has that judgment day, you know? Judgment day. You can't beat that one. There ain't no trial for that one, because God sees everything. You know, it's just, I am just so disgusted. I'm just disgusted with Florida, period. Like, you couldn't even find Casey Anthony guilty. Then, you know, we have this picture of this black woman who fired a gun in self-defense, didn't kill anybody, didn't shoot nobody. It was a warning shot, and she's in jail for 20 years. I don't see the logic with this shit at all. You got a cop wannabe stopping a black person because, oh, he's suspicious. We've had break-ins in our neighborhood. Yeah, because, you know, you had break-ins in your neighborhood and I guess they were all black people, or you think that they were all black people. So because he's black and he's young, you're considering him suspicious. Bullshit. You got your motherfucking ass whipped trying to be a cop, so you shot him. Point blank, period. That's what the fuck happened. That's what happened. He tried to be a motherfucking cop, a vigilante, got fucked up and shot him. What really could be crazy is that maybe George Zimmerman had his gun out and then Trayvon Martin was beating his motherfucking ass but wasn't able to get that gun out of his hand. Or, you know, I don't know what went down because I wasn't there. Only thing I could do is just think about what happened. But for the state of Florida, you know, the jurors that they selected, you mean to tell me with all of this evidence, you mean to tell me you still didn't see him not guilty? I can't wait to hear the jurors if they speak what made them say that they found George Zimmerman not guilty. Because you might not have everything for the second degree, but he definitely killed somebody for manslaughter. And I'm not going to keep going off. You know, I could keep going off and, you know, how I feel is not going to change a damn thing, and it's definitely not going to bring Trayvon Martin back. But I wanted to speak to you guys tonight about your thoughts of this case. So what I'm going to do, I know this is on a delay. I'm going to open up my Skype phone lines and I want to hear from you guys. If you're angry, be angry. If you're not angry, don't be angry. You know, but I do want to say one more thing. If you have all of this anger just about George Zimmerman, we all as a people, and you know, I even have a fear of this too. You know, we got to stop the things that's going on in our neighborhoods. You know, we got to step up to that. You know, because, you know, we're really upset because, yeah, a white man killed a black man and, you know, it set the whole world on fire. But what's bigger than that is that we got black people killing black people every day. And we don't say a motherfucking thing. We don't say shit. It's just, oh, so-and-so killed so-and-so, and that's it. That's all of it. All of it. Well, it happened, and like, what the fuck? Where is everybody fighting for justice for so-and-so who got laid in the ground? No, it wasn't this person's time to go, and this person shouldn't have killed him. He was minding his business. Somebody robbed him because they can't get a job. You know, so they want to go out and rob people and make money the easy way and still kill people. I never understand the logic of robbing somebody and killing them at the same fucking time. What the fuck? But anyway, I'm going to open up these Skype lines. You could call me 267-940-7585. Again, the number is 267-940-7585. And I think I have my first caller, so I'm going to answer this. 540, you're on the line with the Skorpion Show. Please turn me down in the background. Please turn me down in your background. Please turn me down in your background. 540, you're on the line with the Skorpion Show. Is this, Yes, this is Kevin. Who am I speaking to? Come, I'm doing the show. What?
I said I'm so pissed.
I know everybody is pissed. Tell us why you're pissed.
Because why the fuck would they find that man not guilty when he actually killed somebody? So, I don't understand that. And he's going to send Lauren Hill to jail for taxes.
So I can't hear you, baby girl. You gotta wait, Amber. What? Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said, how you going to not send somebody to jail for killing somebody? You're not even supposed to be shooting anybody. The neighborhood watch is supposed to watch, motherfucker, and they call the police. Yeah. I don't understand why he's shooting people. But then they send people to jail for not paying taxes. But they're gonna let a murderer off.
You know what? I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried about the tax thing. I'm worried about why the fuck George Zimmerman got off. I want to know what the fuck these women were discussing for 16 hours where they came up with a decision to say, oh, we find George Zimmerman not guilty of all charges. That's what I want to know. Who decided this? That's what I want to know.
Maybe because they all white, or maybe all impressionable, I don't know, middle-aged white women that live in the suburbs. When they kept bringing up stuff about Jordan in the past, about him being suspended, and they showed the videos of him smoking weed. And I'm like, that's what teenagers do. Yeah. Why they do that against a teenage black boy?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't understand that. They try to paint him out as like being some type of criminal just because he got suspended from school for smoking weed. What the fuck happened?
Yes. I mean, I smoke weed every now and then, but not like that. But I've never smoked weed to where I've never smoked weed to where it made me angry with somebody.
A murderer. That fat-ass man is a murderer.
Yes, he is a murderer, and I want to say thank you for your phone call, all right?
Okay, bye.
Bye. 954, you're live with... Oh, I think you hung up. Oh, let me answer that. 954, you're live with the Skorpion Show. 954. Oh, gotta go. Wait for the next call. 770, you're live with the Skorpion Show.
Hello?
Hello, what's your name and where you from?
Brittany from Atlanta.
Hi, Brittany from Atlanta. What are your thoughts of George Zimmerman being found not guilty?
Honestly, right now, I feel like I'm in a fucking dream. I can't believe this shit. Like, the tears that's flowing down my eyes, you would think that I knew these people personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly cannot see how in the world they would be able to find him not guilty for the simple fact that that young man lost his fucking life. Regardless of self-defense, whatever, he killed that boy.
Yes.
He didn't scare him. You know what I mean? He didn't try to fight back, obviously. He was a pussy, and he pulled out his gun and killed that little boy.
Yes.
And it just makes me sad. It makes me scared for our future as Americans. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the law system, and especially in Florida. It's real fucked up down there. And
Yeah.
I can't understand it. I can't.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with Florida. Like, Florida got some ways about them. I don't know. It makes me not want to go back to Florida, but I love visiting Florida. And I just hope that I never get into any trouble when I'm in Florida, or somebody approach me because I'm fucking black and I got to defend myself. And then me not knowing that this person got a gun, I might end up getting shot and they get off because it's self-defense. You know, I just hope I never have to deal. I hope I never have to deal with anything like that at all. You know, I really can't wait for these drawers to speak, because they making me so fucking mad because I don't know what was going on in their head while they were back there. I just want to know so bad.
What the fuck?
But Brittany from Atlanta, it's a lot of people calling, so I just want to say thank you for calling, and you have a good night.
No problem, you too, bye.
All right, bye-bye. 954, you're live with the Skorpion Show.
Yes, this is Joshua Love. I'm calling from Sanford, Florida.
Sanford, Florida. What the fuck is going on with your county?
It's crazy out here. People are starting riots already down the damn street, and it's just ridiculous. And how I feel right now, I feel very compelled, very sad, and it really hurts me to see what's going on in society.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just speechless, you know, and it's a sad thing that happened today, but I think us as black people, we have to do better.
Yes, we do.
And we shouldn't sit around here pointing fingers and say, oh, he's the blame, that's the blame. It's the system, you know, it's just messed up. And I just pray for Trayvon's family. I just wish them well, you know, and it's just a horrible thing that just happened. And I'm just speechless. I just wanted to call in to say, we as black people, we have to do better. We can't sit around here and say, oh, this white man did this white man did that. We need to focus on bettering ourselves as people.
But wait a minute, we do need to talk about why this white man did this and this white man did that, because now this shit might start giving all these white people reasons to start killing black people and say, oh, stand your ground, I was standing my ground. He was looking weird in my neighborhood, so I called the cops and I wanted to see what was going on. So, you know, we do need to start paying attention to everything, you know. So, you know, it's just making me upset. But, you know, black people as a whole, the stop snitching and all of that shit got to go. Well, all of these killings, the way we feel about Trayvon Martin, we need to feel that way about the same shit that's going on in our own neighborhood.
Exactly. And not only that, it's just like the police, they're everywhere in Sanford right now. Like, you can't even go outside and go. If you wanted to go to the store right now, you can't even do that. The roads are blocked.
Oh, I understand, because people are going to go crazy.
Yeah, there's people out. It's like almost 100 people outside right now, and they're pissed off, like literally, like very, very, very mad. So it's just crazy, and I just really wish that if we wouldn't have had to come to this. It's just crazy. I'm just speechless right now.
And I definitely understand where you're coming from, but you be safe down there, and don't get into no mischief, setting shit on fire and all of that, because none of that is going to make Drew Zimmerman guilty or bring Trayvon Martin back.
Exactly. And not only that, like, his car, like, they already escorted him out of there. I don't know if you've been watching, but he's already gone, so I think he already knew the verdict. They told him the verdict ahead of time.
You think so?
He had a smile on his face.
I know so. Because
he had a smile. That made me mad that he had a motherfucking smile on his face.
So mad that he had a smile on his face already. Before they even said anything, he came in there with a smile on his face, and that he had weight lifted off his fucking shoulders. Because he knew what it was.
Well, I want to say thank you for your phone call again. You be careful down there in Sanford.
I will. And you have a good night, Skorpion.
You too. Goodbye. Joelle Phillips, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, boo, how are you?
Oh, you sound clear as shit. That's what I'm talking about.
She did.
Oh, Kevin.
You sound like you're right in my room.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
I'm on the iPad. That's probably why.
So tell me your thoughts about this verdict.
My heart is broken. It's like I really need someone to explain to me how 6 women, 5 of them mothers, had it in their head that this man did not deserve to spend the rest of his days behind bars. I don't have kids, and I really don't want to have them now because of this, because I can't fathom bringing a child up in a world where a man who murders a child cold blood can go home, lay his head down, and sleep comfortably.
Oh, he's going to get drunk tonight. He's going to party.
He had the sick smile on his face. No remorse, no soul, nothing. There is a hot coal in hell for all the lawyers on his legal team.
Well, you know what?
I can't understand
when you're a defense lawyer, these are the things that you do. This is how you get that money. You know, it's not personal. You can't be mad at them.
I can't be, but it's just like, how do you sleep at night?
How do you defend somebody that?
How do you sleep at night? And I was listening to the conversation that you had with the gentleman before me, and he was talking about we have to do better. We have to do better. No, our legal system has to do better. Trayvon was 17. He didn't get a chance to learn better. He went to the store with his friend armed with candy and sweet tea. He didn't even get a chance to live to know what better is. So saying we have to do better, what did he do? He was trying to go home. My heart hurts. I have nieces and nephews, and what I gotta tell them, you can't walk your neighborhood in a hoodie. They live in the South. They live in Augusta, Georgia. So I'm like, what am I going to say to them when they get older and they learn about things like this and people look at them sideways because of how they look? They're intimidating people because of the color of their skin. What do I say to my niece, to my nephews? What do I say to them? It's just my heart hurts. I can't understand it, and I shouldn't have to try to understand this. I just feel so bad. He was somebody's baby. And that man sat in that courtroom just, I'm going to be okay. Because I did what I was supposed to do.
Oh, he's not going to be okay. He better not ever walk the street. Somebody going to blow his fucking head off.
I just need the state of Florida to just secede from USA. They done fucked up with the Bush administration. Then the Casey Anthony trial. Now this shit. 3 strikes you out. Y'all got to go. Florida just got to go. I don't know. Yeah. It's just, my heart hurts.
Yeah, I feel bad for Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin. I know they're going to feel it tonight.
Yeah.
They are going to feel it tonight. But, you know, this is why we live in America and we do have a justice system. And I'm pretty sure they understand which way it could go. But I don't think they fully understand which way it could go. And tonight is that night where they're going to feel it for the first time, that someone took my son away from me and they are walking this earth scot-free as if it never happened. My son's life just got snuffed out of here because he was black and he was 5'11", and he was a teenager with Skittles and iced tea waiting in the rain for the rain to stop. And somebody say, oh, he looks suspicious. That's some motherfucking bullshit. And I just had some waves just go through my body. It's just that I just can't picture it. I can't. First of all, you know, I experience racism every now and then. It's not often. But the most time I experience is from my own people when I can't even get a ride fucking home because I had a nice drunk night out and I can't even get in a cab to go home because I live in North motherfucking Philly.
Oh, boo.
Oh, you gonna rob me? You might do this or you might do that. Bitch, I'm drunk. I just let you see me leave the club. How the fuck I get in the club with a gun? I'm trying to get the fuck home.
You are not alone.
I'm trying to get home like everybody else. And see, I'm surprised that you as a black woman can't even get a cab home.
I rock a fro. You know this.
Oh, well, I know that, but I know that the fro stopped the show. I didn't know that.
It does. I live next to a racist white woman. She calls me nigga through my walls. Okay? Wow. I experience racism all the time.
You don't tell your landlord?
No, I have a house.
Oh, well, bitch, I know that.
I have a house. And my neighbor is a racist bitch. She gets drunk. She hoots and hollers. But that doesn't stop me from living my life and wearing what the fuck I want to wear. And profiling us is just, it really needs to stop. We have a black president. Get over it. We are here. We really ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. But
I sleep in hoodies, okay? It doesn't matter what I wear, what my hair looks like, what I look like. I'm a person first.
Yes. And
people can't wrap their minds around it. We're still going to be intimidating to some folk. I'm not tatted up. I don't have piercings. I don't listen loud. My music doesn't be blaring loud. I show intimidation to no one. But when you look at me, you see intimidation. That's your sick, twisted mind brought up by whoever.
Go to bed. Not you.
What?
Grandma said bring the bags up.
Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of people using, because you look a certain way, you need to stop dressing like this. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of people judging others by how they look. If I did that shit, I live in Philly. It's very easy for me to judge everybody that I come in contact with, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. I can tell where you're from in this city by how you speak. But do I judge you by how you look? Do I have that right? No. No one has that right, but we do it. Mm-hmm. And it's just not fair, because now judging someone and you not knowing them costs someone their life. Is it worth it? Is judging people based on how they look worth it now? No, I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not worth my life. It's not worth anybody's life. Just.
Well, Joel, I want to say thank you for your phone call, because you know my phone line is blowing up right now.
Baby.
Everybody got something to say, but thank you so much for sharing your input, and I know I'm going to see you at the barbecue on the 17th.
Hell, yeah, we need to hang out before then, though. You my drinking buddy.
Yes. Well, when I come back from London, we'll discuss that.
Yes, have fun back.
All right. Okay, bye-bye. Now, before I answer another phone call, and I do need to mute this because I know the phone lines is going to ring. That was very clear in Skype. Yes, it was excellent. No problem. They want to know how was the phone call. So, yeah. I need to get on. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing something. Can you help them? Because I'm doing a show.
All of them is downstairs.
But I need to say something to Geraldo fucking Rivera. You already fucked up last year when you said the hoodie has something to do with, Trayvon Martin wearing that hoodie had as much that to do with him, with George Zimmerman killing him. You already fucked up when you said that. Because I can wear anything the fuck I want to wear. Just because I want to wear a hoodie, or if I want to wear jeans or Timberland boots, I should be able to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear and not have to worry about, will I make it home tonight because of a white person stopping me from getting to where I need to get to. And then you made another stupid statement yesterday that I need to curse your ass out about, saying if it was any of those 6 women out there too that's on the jury, they would have killed Trayvon Martin too. That's some motherfucking bullshit. Fox News is paying you a lot of money to say this dumb shit, and you selling your fucking self out for Fox fucking News. I don't know if you said it on Fox News or your radio show, but bitch, you motherfucking said that shit. Trayvon Martin was minding his own fucking business, getting Skittles and iced tea for his brother. So what? He stood under the mouth thing. He didn't want to get wet. Now me, I would have went the fuck home because I don't care about getting wet in the rain. I'm already wet, so what the fucking fuck? But if he wanted to stand under that mouth thing, that's his motherfucking business. His dad was living on that property too. If George Zimmerman had a problem with Trayvon, why the fuck George Zimmerman ain't roll that fucking... He already got a gun, right? Why he didn't roll his window down since he claimed Trayvon circled around that motherfucking car? Who are you? Why are you here? Do you have a problem? Are you trying to get home? He didn't say none of that shit. Oh, but he circled the motherfucking car. Oh, but he circled the car. And then you said the 6 women do the same fucking thing. First of all, a white woman seeing a black man, they ain't trying to go after no black man, okay? They're going to cross the motherfucking other side of the street. They ain't going to want to be near no black man and it's dark outside. Especially if they racist, they are not going to be anywhere in the motherfucking vicinity. Trayvon Martin wouldn't have got near that white woman that night, especially if she ain't like a black man. So for you to say that bullshit, you're a fucking sellout, Geraldo. You're a motherfucking sellout. I just can't believe that you said that on wherever you said it, you fucking said it. You need your fucking card taken back, bitch, saying some bullshit like that. Fuck you, Geraldo. Now I'm going to take these next callers. I'm going to take 918. 918, you're live with the Skorpion Show. What's going on?
Hi, Kevin. My name is Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany. Sorry for all that profanity I just used, but I'm just fired up right now. I am so fired up right now.
I understand, and I'm really sad right now. I am a white woman, and after hearing the verdict, I just don't understand how these women could have found him not guilty. It's really, really upsetting, and I'm really ashamed of my race right now. It was just pure evil what he did. I mean, anybody could see that, no matter if you're black, white, or anything like that. And it's just, I mean, my heart is heavy for the Trayvon Martin family right now. I just can't imagine what they're going through. And that's all I really got to say. It's just really, really, really sad.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that it's sad, but don't be ashamed of your race, because they're just people, you know, that happen to be white, and that they had to go through this. But what I'm saying is, though, white women, and I don't think a Hispanic white woman, that don't sound right. An Hispanic woman don't understand what most first of all, I already have a feeling that Latinos are black. So I don't know how that Hispanic person identifies himself. But as a white person, they don't understand how it is to be profiled. So none of them can probably say, oh, well, I know how I feel because, you know, I go to Walmart and people follow me to make sure I'm not stealing. Or I can't get a cab home. Or I can't drive a nice car. Or I can't walk in a nice neighborhood without being stopped asking me why I'm in this neighborhood. A white person, you will never hear about a white person being profiled. You will never hear it. In the history of America, you will never hear nothing like that. But don't be ashamed of your race, you know. Don't ever say you're ashamed of your race because you are just one person. But you don't represent the whole race. So don't ever be ashamed of that. But I do understand where you're coming from, you know, where you're upset about the way that it went down. I want to know how it is them as mothers, the 5 mothers. I just really want to know how they came to that conclusion. And, you know, Geraldo Rivera really sent me off the edge, but I'm trying to climb back up, you know. But I hope I'm not over-talking you and stuff. Am I over-talking you?
No, I'm just listening to what you're saying. You're good. Go ahead.
No, because I'm just I am very passionate right now. I'm just so upset. I'm just really upset right now. So, yeah, is there anything else you want to say? I feel like I overpowered you. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I completely agree with you. I mean, being a white person, I will never understand what it's like to be racially profiled. And, you know, I'm really starting to understand that because of what came out in this case. I mean, it's just really, really, really sad that, you know, this child was walking around with a sweet tea and Skittles. He's dead. The parents have to live with that burden. Now they have to live with the burden of the murderer walking free. It's just, all I have to say is just really sad, and my prayers go out to the Trayvon Martin family. So thank you for taking my call.
And thank you so much for calling in. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Good night. 469, you're live with the Skorpion Show.
Hi, how are you?
I am frustrated, but I'm okay. How about yourself?
I am in Dallas, Texas, and I am a mother of a 15-year-old child, a little black boy. My son is 5'11". He weighs 250 pounds. If you saw him, you would swear that he was a grown man. And all I can think is, what do I tell my child? Don't wear a hoodie. Don't run. Because I can't tell him not to be black. I just don't understand. I feel as though this case started falling apart, and I hate to say it, when the young lady got on the scene. I believe that it swayed the jury. I believe that old time, birds of a feather flock together. And they wanted to paint this child as a thug. We've all been teenagers and done foolish things. We've all taken pictures that we wish that we could take back. But at the end of the day, this is a young guy that was walking to get Skittles and a drink to watch the All-Star game. I understand the stand your ground law, but if you are so fearful, why did you get out of your car? You had a gun. If you were neighborhood watch, why didn't you say, I'm neighborhood watch, what are you doing in this neighborhood? At what point did it become that you were so frightened for your life that you had to take this young man's life? And what kind of justice system do we live in where a woman can get 20 years for firing a shot in the air? Now, in Florida, she got 20 years for firing a warning shot. And this man has killed this young man, and he's walking scot-free. Now, I pray for him, and I pray for our community, because I just don't want to see us riot and act crazy, because we tend to go on the deep end and burn up our own stuff and destroy our own things. But it's just the reality is we live in two Americas, and people need to realize that. There is a justice system for whites, and there is a justice system for blacks, and it's not made for us. And just as a parent of a black son, my heart breaks, because you have to worry about these young boys and the things that they do to each other. But now I have to worry about someone seeing my child and feeling threatened, and now they can just shoot them dead and say they were scared. And I just don't understand it. I can understand your passion. I don't understand these people with this, they're, congratulating each other. It's just a travesty. This is a travesty. My heart is broken. I've cried. I went in and hugged my son, and I just keep telling him, I'm trying to tell you to be careful, because the people out there, that when they see you, they don't see a person. They see a threat. And I don't know how to teach my child how to not be threatening to the point to where he can lay and be somewhere there. I'm devastated. I'm devastated. I'm devastated. I just don't know what this world is coming to where someone can just kill somebody's child and then just walk away. I don't care that Chantel or whatever the little girl's name is, I don't care that she wasn't well-spoken. I don't care that she rolled her neck. I don't care that she was a horrible witness. At the end of the day, 911 told that man, do not pursue him. You were security guard. They told you what to do. You didn't follow those directions. And at that point, that's where the crime began. You followed that young man. You followed him. You chased him down. You shot him dead. And now here we have a mother that's mourning, a nation that's in turmoil, because Black America is upset. I'm glad that the other caller called and she was Caucasian. And her name is Tiffany, just like mine. And I thank God, that she felt sympathetic to the situation. But I just don't get that people really don't believe and do not understand that we are still living in a very hostile and separated America. And I just thank you so much for opening this up and allowing people to talk their feelings out, because this is what we need to do. We need to express how we feel. We need to cry. We need to mourn. We need to express how we feel, because if we don't, I'm just so afraid of what's going to happen. I just don't want people to start tearing things up and going crazy. But I just don't know what we're supposed to do with our young sons. And as a man of color, what do you suggest for young Black men?
Wow, I feel like I just had a Rachel Jean Tell moment. Like, me? What? Okay. What I would say is this. For me, first of all, we got to get these fathers back in the homes. That's where we need to start first. I believe that's where everything starts at home. There's no reason why there should be, first of all, because it was making me mad, I'm thinking about Chicago. And I keep thinking about all these senseless shootings. Like week after week we hear, oh my God, 70 people were shot over the weekend and 12 people died in Chicago. Then you hear, oh, it must be gang related. We gotta get to why people feel that they need to be in the gang. We gotta get to why people feel that they gotta get out there and start robbing people. Because last time I checked, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Checkers, all those places are still hiring. Why don't our black men graduate from high school? Why aren't our mothers or the fathers pushing their sons to graduate high school? You know, excuse me. It's just it's a lot. Why are our neighborhoods fighting back against the violence in our neighborhood? Why aren't they fighting against the drug dealers in the neighborhood? Because if everybody got together, we will stop a whole lot of shit. Because one person is not stronger than a neighborhood. These neighborhoods are scared because you got this what's this? Stop snitching, and you got people going ahead and killing witnesses. So if they kill a witness, you know, they'll get off for free, and this shit will still keep going on in our neighborhoods. But if you have all of this rage, because I do have a lot of rage and I have a lot of passion, but I don't think I have the courage by myself to get out there and say, oh, well, we gotta stop this in our neighborhood. It gotta take everybody to band together as one to stop all the foolishness in the neighborhood, because we have all of this passion about what happened to Trayvon Martin, but we don't give all this passion to John Smith from 22nd and Diamond, who probably got shot minding his fucking business by somebody that wanted to rob him because he can't get a job, so he's trying to make money the easy way. We don't get upset with that, but we get upset with George Zimmerman killing Trayvon Martin. America got so upset over one case, and I understand the story of what went down, but what about the story of somebody from North Philly working all day, 8 hours, getting off the 33 bus, trying to get home, try to make something to eat, to get and take a bath and go to bed and get ready for the next day, when you got to worry about somebody pulling the gun out on him so they could get some money fast.
But
no, it's our neighbor. Our first of all, we as our race, like black people.
One thing I'll say is, you have the Skorpion show is a perfect form in the sense that you have two young black men that are diverse, you know, part of the LGBT community. However, you uphold yourself in such a manner. And I believe that YouTube and the internet is the wave of the future. And I believe if more young men like yourself continue to just show that there are alternative ways to live and make a lifestyle. But I also believe that we as black people have got to get our pride back. There was a time when we took pride in our neighborhood, and we were a proud people. And I don't have a problem with young people doing what they do, because I'm 35, so I wore cross colors and the crisscross and all that. But it is something wrong with everybody wanting to be a thug and ratchet and twerking, and this lack of respect for themselves, and that it makes you easily profiled to be what white America believes, which is hood, which is low class, uneducated, and not worthy, and not upstanding people. And I really wish that we as a people, you know, we can laugh at love and hip hop and R&B divas, but we need to demand that we have more content such as yourself, like the Skorpion show, or a Much Love in KYC, or a Bondi Blue, where there are educated people that can speak their minds on what's going on, and everybody that's black is not ratchet, not hood, not robbing people, not on the corner, not on the block, not trying to do things to harm people. We are just as American as a white person. We didn't ask to come here, but we're here now, and we're going to have to learn how to live together and socially accept each other. And part of the issue is this whole race thing. We need to stop talking about race. You don't call dogs different dogs. A dog is a dog, whether it's a Shih Tzu, a poodle, or whatever else. We are multicultural, but we are all human race. And when we can get that when we can get over that, I think that we can start growing as a people. But as long as we continue to say, and I'm an African American, and you got to pick your race and pick this and that, it is a way to put white people higher. It's a way to make everybody else feel less than. And we have got to start demanding that the justice system is fair. Mm-hmm. There is a way where we can unite, and we need to, just like people got upset with Pauline and that woman lost all those doggone sponsorships for saying an N-word, we need to start doing the same thing when it comes to unjust legal process. We need to say,
but you know, it's people,
right is right and wrong is wrong.
People get upset for a second. People get upset for a second. Like, I'm one of those people that didn't jump on that Stop Coney thing. You know, people jump on things when it's hot. They jump on it when it's hot. But I'm like, but wait a minute. Like, why are we just jumping on this because they telling us to get mad? Like, let's see what's really going on and who's this person behind this operation. And then once we find out what was going on, then everybody hopped off of that bandwagon. And that's the problem with us as a race, as black people. We jump on things soon as it's hot, and soon as things don't go our way, there's outrage, and then there's no follow-up to the outrage. It's just, oh, we just gonna let it go. Oh, you know, that's just what happened with black people. You know, we just can't never win. That's because we're not fighting enough. And I hate to bring a video game system into this bullshit that we talking about. It's not bullshit, but it's real life. But you had a video game company, who is Xbox, say, oh, well, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to do that. You can't do none of this stuff. But everybody banded together. Everybody, you know, they was just furious about what was going on. And because they were so furious, Microsoft said, you know what? We love our fans. We listen to your feedback. And because of this, we are not going to do this anymore. We're not going to go through with that anymore. So now that we've seen what happened with Trayvon Martin, everybody in Florida, not just fucking black people, but everybody that's a Floridian needs to get together and find out how can we band together and end this stand your ground law, because it's a senseless law. And you had a white man you had another white man kill a black guy at a gas station. This hasn't really been talked about much, but you had a white man kill a black man at a gas station, claim he was standing his ground, but you shot somebody and you drove off and you didn't tell the cops and had somebody didn't write down your license tag. We would have never known. We would have never found this person. But now they want to claim stand your ground. You know, we all have to band together and work together to abolish all laws that don't make sense. That's what we need to do.
Well, I just want to thank you, and I want to thank Mikhail, and I want to thank all of you YouTubers that have some clout. I mean, from the Funky Dineva to, like I said, Much Love, to Bondi Blue, to Miss P90, to Messy Miles. And I really hope that the online community can band together and just say, let's get back to the 80s when we were black and we were proud. Let's get back to being young, gifted, and black. Because it is a shame when Kanye West can put out a song that's Strange Fruit and it's just as relevant as when it came out many years ago. It is a problem. It is a problem. And we as a people, we need to grow, and we need to take control of our community. We need to take our spending dollars. We need to get our people that are educated. We need to take the people such as yourself that are visible, and we need to demand that we are treated fairly.
That's right. Well, Tiffany, I want to say thank you so much for your phone. I forgot where you were. Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. I want to thank you. I watch your show. I love you, love you, love you. I think you are, my goodness, one of the best people on YouTube. I look forward to my Tuesday appointments and my Friday appointments, and I'm so glad y'all are on schedule now. And I just, again, I want to commend you and thank you for what you are doing. And I want you to realize that people, I see your heart, I see your passion, I see how much you put into it, and I want to thank you for sharing your life, because you don't have to do it, and people are growing and learning because of you. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on a larger platform. God bless you, and you are a fantastic person.
And thank you so much for calling and sharing your story and sharing your tears with us on the show. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. You have a good day, and God bless you.
Bless you too. Bye-bye. That was a tough call right there. Like, I try not to cry. You know, I gotta be strong and everything, but everything that she said was the truth. And you know, I'm glad that people like her are like pushing the responsibility on people like myself and Mikkel, and much love from Kentucky. I don't know everybody else that, you know, I know Miss P, but I don't, Messy Miles, but there was somebody that she said, but I don't know. But I'm glad that it's people like her that's saying, like, you gotta, this is you, this is things that you have to do, and these are things that I don't want to do. But maybe I do have to do it. You know, when you really think about it, there's no young leaders like they had back in the 60s and 70s, 80s. You don't have any young people out there rallying for support. We always got to wait on Jesse Jackson and Reverend Al Sharpton to get out there and say something. You know, she really might just was been on to something. And, yeah, you know, my heart really, I'm feeling really bad for the Martin family tonight. I'm really feeling bad for them. But I'm going to take your next call. 617. 617, you're live with the Skorpion Show.
Hello?
Hello, you got to turn me down in your background, please.
Okay.
All right, what's your name? Where you from?
Jay from Boston, Massachusetts.
Hi, Jay from Boston. What are your thoughts of the verdict tonight?
I feel that this is a terrible situation. I feel like this is just bullshit. First of all, if George Zimmerman wouldn't have gotten out of his truck in the first place, and he wouldn't have shot Trayvon Martin, if he wanted to be a cop so bad, he should have shot a warning shot in Trayvon's leg and then held him down until the real cops came. And then second, people are saying that this is not a racial situation. Well, if they don't recall, he said coons. And last time I remember, I don't remember the word coons being a term of endearment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, that cheese at the punks, he really did say coons.
Mm-hmm. And then he said they always get away. Who the hell always gets away? Of course you know he's talking about black people. It's just fucking ridiculous. And then second, this not guilty verdict, I'm not for it, because you let Jody, whatever her last name is, they gave her a retrial, so she's getting another trial.
Jody Arias is getting a retrial?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't come up with a verdict, so she's having a retrial for that. And then for Casey Anthony, she killed her own child, her own blood, a child that came out of her, and they let her go. That's ridiculous. And then they sent Michael Vick's black ass. They sentenced him to jail for 2 years just for killing a dog. Now I know a dog is just as valuable, but come on, a human over a dog, like seriously, you deserve to be in jail for killing a human. That's just ridiculous. That's all I have to say.
Well, I want to say thank you for your phone call and thank you for sharing your thoughts.
You too.
All right. There's somebody that's been trying to call. I'm going to call them. Oh, wow. I'm just really disgusted right now. I know, but that ain't the number I'm looking for. Just give me 1 second.
Hello?
Yeah, I heard that you said you was calling, but I ain't see your number come up.
Oh, it was busy. Like I called with I was busy.
Okay,
I'm
so
so over it.
yeah, so why you so over it, Courtney from Atlanta?
Oh my goodness! I'm just over it. Like I want to meet these 6 dumb women who acquitted this man. Like I just don't understand it. And I was watching the prosecutor from on the news on CNN, and she was like, it doesn't mean that he's innocent. It just means that they weren't able to use certain things, I guess, as evidence in the case. And it's like, I don't understand how that works in the justice system. Like, this guy got out of the car, was told not to get out of the car, and you followed this man, but you get off. And then she also made another great point. She said, if you notice, when he shot the gun, the help scream stopped. Like, you didn't help anymore. Like, so, I mean, that proves right there he was tripped on screaming for help. It's just a very, very sad day. Like, I want to meet these dumb bitches who acquitted him. Like, please let me meet them.
I just can't wait to hear them talk about what went on, because I mean, it's not like you're discussing the verdict for 16 hours. So somebody had to be fighting for Trayvon. Like, they all just didn't go in there and say, oh, he's not guilty. You know, somebody was in there fighting, and somebody's opinion got changed, and I want to know why they didn't stand their ground with their opinion, and why they just let it go like that. Somebody was in there fighting. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just like, exactly, I don't understand why, because like you said, somebody was like, no, this ain't right, he needs to be found guilty, or manslaughter, or whatever have you. But it's like, since y'all stand your ground so much, why can't you stand your ground in? Like, I don't get that. I feel like they probably were divided in some sense, but you know what? That thing called karma will get his ass. They got OJ, and it's in the process of getting Casey, and it will get George Soros. It's just sad. Like, he will never live a normal life. He can never go out the street again. Like, never. Like, he has to go in seclusion for the rest of his life. Granted, I will prefer him in jail, but karma will get that ass. That's all that matters. Like, it will get him.
Yep, and he can't ever be retried for the same crime. So they can't appeal that. It's just sad, and I really feel bad for them tonight. And it's going to take a long time for them to heal. All we can do is just pray for them, Just pray for them. That's the only thing that we can do. And I'm just disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Like, I was really mad.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm just really mad.
Yeah, I'm not, like you were saying, like, my prayers are with them. I can't even imagine, what they are going through, what they're thinking. Like, to have a child and then not only have your child killed, but for the killer of your child to walk this earth as free as a damn bird. Like, I like that baffles me. But, at one point somebody made on Twitter, and I actually repeated it, I said, we need to get this passionate about, blacks killing blacks, just as we are as passionate about this case as well. Like, it's like we need to just band together as a race and fight injustice everywhere. you know, when it's one person of one race and another person of another race. Like, it, you know, all this crime, like you mentioned in Chicago and in Detroit and, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, we need to fight all kinds of crime and stick together as a race and as a nation because we are so divided. Like, this very, today proved that we are such a divided country. And it's just a sad day for this country. It really, really is. I'm just heartbroken. My heart is to their family and to this country because it just shows you where we are. You know, we've gotten so far, but we still have a long, long, long way to go.
Yes, we do.
It's just sad, but I'll let you get back to the show. Call me later, babe. I miss you.
I miss you too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Nine 5-1.
And I just want to first say that your show is amazing. I'm a huge fan. But what we need to do as a people is make sure that Trayvon's death is not in vain. We need to make sure that 2 weeks from now, we're not worried about the next Nicki Minaj song that's going to drop, and we let this be forgotten. We need to be inspired enough to make sure we turn up the next election that rolls around, midterm elections, next elections that roll around, to get the laws changed. We need to make sure that we're inspired enough to carry ourselves better, to walk around with the pride that the caller before, a few callers before was talking about, to conduct ourselves better. We need to make sure that we continue to be inspired enough that we continue to fight for other injustices that are going on, and we don't just let this fade away 2 or 3 weeks from now. One of the things that tends to frustrate me the most is something like this will happen, and we will be mad for a hot minute, and the next thing you know, we're back trying to find out the next song J. Cole's going to drop. Yep. We need to make sure that Trayvon's death is not in vain, and that we continue this. Everybody keeps saying things need to change, and we need to be the ones to change it. You have proven with the Skorpion show that the internet is a powerful platform. You mentioned the fact that we don't have a whole lot of young leaders out there. I believe that we do, and I believe that you are absolutely one of them, and I believe that there are many more out there that can take to their computers, can take to a blog. Everyone who's discussing and talking about sex, they don't understand how this could happen and how the law could be upheld like this. Then go to your local library and start learning about the laws in your state. Start learning about your rights. Educate yourself. Arm yourself with knowledge, since other people are arming themselves with guns.
You know, I don't think we need to start arming ourselves with guns and shooting people and stuff. I mean,
George Zimmerman armed himself with a gun. So we need to arm ourselves with some knowledge.
But see, he's a wannabe cop. He was a wannabe cop that wanted to, you know, be a hero for getting the violence out of his neighborhood or catching a robber, and he killed the wrong person based on his assumption that, oh, he looks weird and he's black and he's up to no good and he's strange and he looks like he's on drugs. You know, that's what he was all about. You know, it's just sad.
Exactly. It's depressing. I'm looking at my little nephew, and how do I explain to him what happened? He's convinced that something ain't right. He sees that we're upset and agitated, and we don't know how to explain to him the fact that society is teaching him that his life is not as valuable as someone else's. So my thing is, rather than let this go and fade away, and then we get back to the same old fight. Everyone keeps talking about a change needs to come, a change needs to come. But the only way a change is going to come is if we bring about a change. Like I said, if we show up on election day in mass, we can get these laws changed. The stand your ground laws can be revoked and repealed. If we begin educating ourselves and begin putting more intelligent, eloquent black politicians in positions of power, things like this won't happen. If we be something as little as showing up for jury duty, because injustices like this maybe not as great as this happen all the time. So maybe if you can be that voice of reason to show up, there are things that we can do. What I'm afraid and what I don't want us to do as a community is to become complacent and lose the hope that things can change. The only way it's going to change is if we let it. And we are a powerful people. The civil rights movement proved that, and maybe this going to be the catalyst that brings around a new civil rights movement, a new revolution. That's all. My prayers go out to the Trayvon Martin's family, his parents, and we just need to do better, and we need to make sure that we as a people are stepping up and making sure that this Trayvon's death is not in vain. If he couldn't get justice through the court system, at least he can get justice through us changing this world.
Yes. So, you never told us your name, but I do want to say thank you for your phone call.
Matt from Riverside, California.
Thank you so much, Matt from Riverside.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good night.
You too.
I think I'm going to take one last call. 561.
Hello?
Hello? You're live with the Skorpion Show. Hello?
Hello?
323, you're live with the Skorpion Show.
Yeah, hey, hi. This is, now you turn down the net?
No, you sound pretty fine to me.
All right. This is Nia from Los Angeles, California.
Hi, Nia. Nia,
I was just saying about this whole trial. I feel personally, I just feel like personally attacked because I have a 3-year-old son at home. And just this whole situation about the not guilty verdict, I was literally in tears because I'm thinking about what kind of world my son is going to have to grow up in. I mean, he's young, he's black, he's male, and this could have been any of our children. And
hello?
yes, this whole thing, I'm sorry I was breaking up a little bit, but the whole thing is, it has been emotional for me. I had to stop watching the trial for a minute, and I was wondering, like, did the prosecution really do their full job? Because it just, some days it seemed like the defense was right on their heels, and they just couldn't get out what they needed to say. It's not about Rachel Gentile and her testimony. You know, that didn't lack. She only told what she knew. A scared person getting on that stand. And I just feel like this whole trial was just, it was not prosecuted right. It just didn't come off right all the time.
Yeah. You know, I think that I can't even yell and scream anymore because I'm past that point. I'm disappointed. I'm upset about what happened. I really want to know what those jurors were thinking. There's just so much going on in my head. I just can't wait till one of them gets on the news and start talking. Like, I had to turn my TV off because I just couldn't watch Nancy Grace. For me, I couldn't watch Nancy Grace yell at Frank Taffy anymore. I had to stop watching him be a dickhead. You know, who's to say that he really knows George Zimmerman? You know,
yeah, I love Nancy Grace. I mean, she held her own. I love that. I love watching her anyway. You know, she's not biased, but I can understand that she felt for Trayvon. That's why I don't understand how other people aren't feeling what they're feeling like. So for this family to have to walk away with this verdict, and oh my God, I was so pissed off when he smiled in that courtroom. You know, when he smiled in that courtroom, and when those lawyers got up and started to do a press conference bashing Trayvon, saying that, you know, George Zimmerman should have never been prosecuted. It was ridiculous. I was on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. No one on my news feed could believe this, you know? Yeah. And it's wrong. It's just wrong. And like I said, I feel personally attacked because I'm a black son.
I hope nobody don't beat up Frank Taffy either, because I know if they can't get to George, they're going to try to go after Frank Taffy. And you know he is probably celebrating on TV, and I hope that we don't ever see him on television again because he spews a lot of hatred And you know, it don't even have to be like that. You know, you can defend someone, but the amount of hate that he has for black people, you know, it's just sickening. You know, the way things is going down in Florida, I just hope that the Floridians get it together and, like, whatever happened to common sense? It's not hard to grasp. I know that they can't come in there with common sense, but somebody has to be thinking somewhere where they say, you know, yeah, it's not reasonable doubt, but fuck that. Come on now, let's be for real about it. Like, let's be for real. This boy was minding his own business. You know, I've been on a jury before.
It's not just Florida. That's what we have to understand. It's not just Florida. This particular case is Florida, but it's Florida. Trayvon and Jordan, they're Florida. But what about the Sean Bells in New York or the Oscar Grants in Oakland? You know, they have that movie Fruitvale Station coming out about Oscar Grant getting shot in the back, and it's our kids. It's our kids that are being
I heard about the Fruitvale Station thing. Like, the cop only got 11 months, and I can't remember what happened with the Sean Bell situation. It's just, you know, all of that combined, you know, it's still black versus white. It's like the racial tensions here in America is just crazy.
That's true, but it's, you know, it's black versus white. But when we do it to ourselves, that's bad. I heard people pointing out, oh, when it's black on black crime, we don't say anything. It's not that big. But at the end of the day, when black on black crime happens, we say, oh, that was an asshole. You know, you got to argue over some money. You got to get shot over some money or some colors. But at the end of the day, when you are being stereotyped and profiled, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing we can do to change black. You know, there's nothing you can do about that. And that's what it is at the end of the day. Being a black man, and that's what he saw. If that had been a white boy in that hoodie, this whole case would not be going about because he wouldn't have pursued a white boy in that hoodie.
Well, I know I'm going to need some good sleep tonight. I don't have to wake up and worry about turning the HLN or turning that WFTV and none of that. I am just going to pray. You know, I just really feel bad.
I love your show. I watch you, Mikhail, all the time on YouTube. I got all my friends watching you guys, everything. So I just love what y'all doing on YouTube, and you know, just keep doing it. And I just want people to go watch that Fruitvale Station. I'm plugging it, so I'm glad you took the call.
Yes, thank you so much for calling in, and you have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So I'm going to end the Skype phone calls tonight. Thank you to everybody who called and, you know, shared their opinion, and, you know, it's unanimous that everyone feels the same way that, you know, George Zimmerman should at least got charged with, well, nobody said manslaughter, but I feel that he should have been charged with manslaughter, at least manslaughter. You know, we as a country, we all have to stand up against things that's wrong, or if we're not going to stand up, just keep being seated and continue to let things be the way they are and complain from our chair. When we can get the hell up out our chair, we can go to City Hall, we can go to our state capitol and fight for what's right. And, you know, a lot of people have given me courage tonight to want to do things that I've never even thought to do. And, you know, it's people saying it's people like you that need to be the voice for everybody and get people together and do those things. And you never know, it just might happen, because I don't see it in our race, not in our race, but I don't see any young black leaders that's out there. If they are out there, I don't see them, and they're just faceless to me. They're not nameless because they have a name, but they're faceless to me. I can't see who they are. I don't know who they are. But I don't want people to go out rioting. I don't want people busting stores and stealing shit. Like, that doesn't do a damn thing. It doesn't do anything. What you do is you can pray, you can stand up, and you can get out there and fight. Fight for what's right without being evil. You don't have to fight, literally fight anybody. You could do protest. You can rally people together. You can rally for change. You could do change.org petitions. You can do so much without literally fighting and trying to kill someone. Don't worry about killing George Zimmerman. Don't worry about beating up Frank Taffy. And God is in control of everything. He is in control of everything. So, you know, to the people that's upset, I tell you to do something. Do something about it. You that mad, what you going to do? What you going to do about it? You going to sit there at home and tweet on Twitter and say, oh, it's not right, it's not right? Or are you going to look at the laws in your state and see if there's a way that you can rally support to get these changed because you have a son of color and you don't want him, that's so weird to say of color, you have a black son out there that you don't want to get killed because he has on a black hoodie and he was just trying to make his way home. If you really feel some type of way about it and if you're really passionate about it, get out there and do something about it. Otherwise, just sit down, shut up, and don't say nothing and continue to let things be the way they are. I am going to sign off for tonight. And Mikel and I will be back with the new video on Tuesday. And then I'm off to London and we'll be back with the new video maybe in 2 weeks. I might take a week. I don't know. But we will be back to discuss more things. But y'all have a good night and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.